What up, y'all? DC Fago Guy. This is Daily Spirits topic number 18. I'm going to spit and jump right into this because I don't want it to be too long of a video, and it may be. Don Chaos wanted to do a spin on Cali Green's Cali Green 2 Fresh's video from topic 12, talking about the direction of ICP's career. Only he wants to know what your thoughts are on Twisted's direction of their career going. So basically, the reason why I am excited for this and want to get it going is because, you know, recently in the past, I did a video, I think it was back in June, when they did the Screaming Out kind of trailer / music video, and they did an interview after it. And reading some of the shit that was said in that interview, it had me feeling and thinking like they were desperate enough that they might sell out. So it was very, that video I did was a very preemptive feeling kind of vlog / what you thinking about thing. So this gives me a chance to really re-elaborate on that now that the dust of New Nightmare and that interview has all settled. It allows me to go back and explain myself a little more. So he did have a bonus thing on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that fucking right out of the way. What would you like to see Twisted do in the future? I definitely want to see some kind of comedy sketch, or the fucking Twisted movie that they were going to be doing. I would love to see that finally come to light. Without the backing of Psychopathic, though, that's probably going to be a while before that comes out. But let's go ahead and shoot that one out of there. Done. That's one thing I'd like to see them do. The other thing is, I'm not sure why they were never picked up for this before, but I feel like Tech 9 should have put at least Madrox, if not both, because Monoxide stepped his shit up too when you listen to Abominations, dude. These motherfuckers were chopping all over that shit. And so when Worldwide Choppers 2 comes out, I hope to God Tech will at least consider him. I'm not sure why he never picked them up for that before, especially Madrox, because Madrox can get fucking going when he gets going, you know what I mean? So there's another thing I would like to see. A big one I really want to see, just because of the way shit's gone down right now in the Juggalo community. I really think there needs to be, like, I want to see more ICP features. I want to see more ICP featuring Twisted. I want to see some more Twisted featuring ICP. So I hope to God for the third Joker's card of the second hand of cards that they would hit up Twisted and have them come and do some tracks, and vice versa, you know what I mean? Another thing I think would be really good, just to kind of help show Juggalos and the Twisted fam that everything's good between them. I would love to see another tour, like the American Psychos tour. You know what I mean? Just to help stop all this fucking bickering. You've got the Twisted fam like hating on fucking, oh yeah man, fuck ICP, Psychopathic was holding Twisted back, and then you got all the Juggalos that are like, man, fucking Twisted sold out, fuck them backstabbing bastards. I think to have a tour, or a definitely like a good several features with one another, would help show that things are all good between them. Even though they've said it, I think it's going to take something more solid than that before people maybe, I say maybe, would shut the fuck up about it all. Who knows? Wishful thinking. You know, bitches gonna bitch. Haters gonna hate. So that's another thing I would really like to see. Pretty much that was the most thing I had to say that I want to just those out of the way real quick, because I wanted to focus more on the whole direction of Twisted's career. Now, jumping back, you remember me saying that I felt like maybe they would get on the verge that they would sell out. Now, since then, really thinking about it, and now that I've listened to New Nightmare, their first, that New Nightmare was the first album off Psychopathic, so that was definitely a milestone to show us what's to come from Twisted. And like I said in my review of New Nightmare, the only thing I feel that has changed in as far as Twisted goes is the little logo. The fucking Hatchet Man's no longer there. To me, that's the only thing that has changed. Twisted has always had a very different sound, and they've done the kind of, I don't want to say mainstreamy sound, but they've done kind of a different sound than horrorcore before. When they did Heartbroken and Homicidal, I know there was a lot of people that didn't really like that album too much because of the way it sounded. So they've always toyed around with the different sounds like that. A lot of people didn't like New Nightmare. Personally, I did like it. It still had Twisted to it, even if they had people like Dominic, I have no idea who that is, and Caskey. I only know who he is because I looked him up because I heard he was on Young Money, which is owned by fucking Lil Wayne, but who gives a shit? I'm not there to listen to Caskey, I'm there to listen to Twisted, and on all the songs that had Caskey in it, I think there was 2 of them, I love Twisted's verses, and the choruses weren't that bad to me. It was soft. It was a softer kind of sound on a couple of those songs, I guess you could say. Deep End mainly. But I really love that song because it had a really deep meaning. So as far as Twisted's direction goes, I don't think... there's no doubt in my mind that they're not going to ever sell out, because if they would have, they would have done taking the face paint off. Not saying that taking the face paint off is selling out, but think about what they've been doing for the past... what is it, fucking 15 years with Psychopathic. They've been painting their face. First thing they would do if they were going to quote unquote sell out is take that shit off. They probably would change their fucking name. Their style would change altogether. And nowhere in New Nightmare did their sound, other than the fact that they worked with mainstream artists, did their sound any less twisted, if that makes sense. There was nowhere in that album where it didn't sound twisted to me. So as far as their direction really goes, I really do. I think they'll go far. I'm not sure if they have an actual label they're wanting to build and make their own, but like I said, the only thing that has changed is the logo. There is no Hatchet Man. There's the lungs, the lung rib cage. Not a big fan of that logo, but you know what I mean? That's all that's changed is the fucking logo on their albums. They're still doing what is Twisted. And I listen to Kung Fu Vampire, I listen to Tech 9. None of them are on Psychopathic. They're cool with Psychopathic, they do shit with Psychopathic. But an artist doesn't have to be on Psychopathic to make me like them. So as far as Twisted's direction goes, I hope they go on to prosper and do amazing fucking things. And, really, that's about it. One other thing I forgot to say that I would love to see them do. I want a Dark Lotus album, goddammit. We got robbed of one. 2012 should have been the year of the Lotus. Come on, a fucking apocalypse was coming. That would have been the perfect year. So I definitely want some fucking Lotus. And I don't think, there's no reason they have to be on Psychopathic to do Lotus. Riders I understand, because almost every album that they've come out with of Riders, every person that's on Psychopathic does a cameo in Riders, so I could see why they wouldn't if they never do Riders again. But Lotus, there's nothing saying, oh, you have to be on Psychopathic to do Dark Lotus. And another thing, now that I'm starting to talk about Dark Lotus, after listening to Big Hoodoo, I would love to hear Big Hoodoo on Dark Lotus, but on the same hand, no, I don't, because Dark Lotus was only ever supposed to be ICP and Twisted. They just later put in Blaze, and then after that Mars, which was a mistake, and then they threw in ABK, so I wouldn't mind them ever putting ABK back into Lotus, but if they're going to do Lotus, it cannot, to be a true Lotus, it should not be anything but at least ICP and Twisted and Blaze, if they want to have him in there. So, I think I've rambled on as much as I could. Fucking, I'm not disappointed with so far where Twisted's going. They're doing different sounds, which is fine. Like I said, I listen to Tech 9, and Tech 9 all the time is doing sounds that a lot of people kind of they shy away from because of the way it sounds. But one of the reasons I still listen to Tech 9 and still get into him is the fact of he's still true to himself and he's still true to his fans. And as long as he does that, that is what's going to keep me listening, because they're not giving in to the mainstream. And like his saying says, I know there's a few people that's going to fucking like when I say this, but like the saying, like he said, tech will never go mainstream, the mainstream will go tech. What that means to me is he's not changing his style, and he keeps proving that to me again and again. His music is changing as far as sound goes, but I don't want shit to sound the same for years and years and years. I'm glad he's doing that. But what I mean, though, that his style is not changing is when you go back and listen to or watch the interview where he was talking about the album cover of Something Else, the deluxe all access edition, where it has him as Eba. He had people coming to him saying, I don't think you should do that cover. That might scare people away. And he said, man, fuck that. That's me. So that shows you even now that he's as close as he is to breaking into the mainstream. He's not changing his style to appease to anybody else. He's doing him. You know what I mean? And especially listening to Bitch, that song, as much as it has fucking T-Pain and I can't stand the fucking chorus, it's him. You know what I mean? That song is him. Each verse is so fucking badass. It's so fucking Tech 9. That tells me that he's not changing his style to grow his fan base. He's just doing him, and he's changing some of his the way his music goes, but that's evolution. That's the evolution of music. And so why am I talking about Tech 9? I'd love to see Twisted. I have no problem seeing Twisted do that shit, and that's what they did in New Nightmare. They put a new spin on things. They added some new elements to their horrorcore, but their shit was still just that, horrorcore. They're keeping the name. They're keeping the paint. They're actually getting fucking wicked with the paint, man. I love the Abominations face paint scheme. It's fucking, that's the shit. So yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. There's no way in fuck they're selling out. Nor would they. And I don't even like throwing that word out there. People throw it out way too loosely. Oh, you're fucking selling out. But yeah, dude, they're doing Twisted, and as long as they keep doing that, go to the moon, baby. I don't give a fuck if you're being played on MTV or not. If you're still doing you're still doing that horrorcore shit that I love, you got a fucking fan, baby. I don't call myself Twisted Fam. I've never called myself a technician, really. I'm a juggalo, baby. So, with the ramblings all aside, I did kind of show my face this time. And the reason why I was covering it was because I'm partaking in the No Shave November. And I'm not a big fan of the way my face looks when the hair first comes in. So, I'm comfortable enough to show it now. It's not so much that I care what other people think, but when I go back and watch videos of me and I see something where I don't like the way I look, you've heard me say sometimes I'll fucking slap on my hat just because I don't like the way my hair looks, but that's why my face was covered. So if there was anybody out there thinking, man, what's he doing? He's like fucking trying to be like all those other juggalos, or he's trying to be one of those wannabe gangsters or some shit like that. Not really, man. I was just covering up my insecurities, so I kind of like the beard look, man. Hope to God they don't make me shave it in December. Because work, I'm not allowed to have a beard. I'm only allowed to have a mustache and a goatee that's well groomed. No longer than 1/4 of an inch long. Fucking prejudice, motherfuckers. Whatever. So, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for everybody else. And, again, I don't know what's going on with Jers. I'm hoping I'm probably going to be picking up next week's topic, and I got a good one. So I will see you guys Sunday. Stay tuned for everybody else. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Have a happy Thanksgiving, even though I'll see you before then. Have a good night. I'll see you guys. Bye.